If you've been watching us, any of our videos basically, you probably know that we usually recommend external filters for aquascaping and for aquariums in general. There are a few reasons for this. The ability to use proper filter media, the ability to properly control your flow in your tank, and the general versatility of external filters and their usage. But what if I told you there's a new internal filter that gets around most of these issues? Let me introduce you
the SICCE Shark Pro.
So, this is the new internal filter from SICCE. It has a lot of options that most internal filters don't. When you look at internal filters, they usually come with sponges inside. Sometimes you can switch that to some kind of biomedia, but usually to a very limited size of biomedia. So for example, SICCE matrix doesn't fit most of them because the filter media pieces are too big. And also they usually come with just one kind of option for the outflow. So they either have a spray bar or they either have some like a jet pipe with some air suction on top. And most of them are limited for vertical use, which, well, in a lot of cases you want to hide your filter as much as you can, or you want to create a tank for a turtle. But you're probably not watching this channel if you want to create it for a turtle, but it can happen. And in those cases with the shallow water, it would be nice to have it laying down. And these are the things that you can do with the Shark Pro. So let's open one of them. This is the middle size, the 700. And take out the filter itself. Let's see what else is in the box. I have a nice personal message from the quality control department. Let's start with how you put it in your aquarium. As you can see, there are no suction cups, and there were no suction cups in the box either. Actually, this is a magnet, and it's so strong I can't take it apart. So it comes with two parts. One of them goes into the back of your filter and the other one goes on the outside of your aquarium. That is strong. It really is. So you just have the aquarium glass in between and you can very easily remove the filter from the this makes a weird noise. So you can remove the filter from your tank very easily because this piece is going to stay there where the other magnet holds it. So you just lift the filter off, but it can't fall off of its place. So that's quite smart. And then there is the head of the filter and the body of the filter. Let's start with the body because I've been talking about filter media possibilities. It's really sturdy, but oh, there's a magnet once again. The bottom ones have like this rail system, so I'm trying to do it in a way that you see. You just push it off and then they come apart. And here on the bottom, you have sponges inside. But right away, the middle sponge you can easily replace with any filter media. Because the main problem with the internal filters is that you have these suction holes on the side where the water comes in, and you don't want the dirty water to hit your biomedia or chemical media directly. But in this one, you have these sponges which work like your pre-filter in your external filter. So these are the first contact points. These take out most of the debris that come in with the water, and then you can easily fit biomedia like SICCE matrix or maybe chemical media like SICCE Purigen in the middle, and then on the top, slide it off. While you can simply replace the middle sponge for anything on the bottom, on the top part you actually have this small box that is pre-filled with what SICCE calls biopearl. So this is already a kind of biomedia. There's room for more, or you can replace it with your favorite media. What I would suggest, especially for aquascaping, is replacing the bottom sponge with a biomedia, so like SICCE matrix again, And then in this one, I would, well, fill some matrix still and top it off with Purigen, so you get that crystal clear water. This is something you can't really do with any other internal filter. And no matter what size you buy, the small one, the 500, comes with just one of these boxes. This middle one, the 700, comes with 2, and the big one, the 900, comes with 3 of them. But you can buy these separately as well. So you can have the flow of 500 liters per hour, because you say that that's enough for you. But you can still fit more media if you buy the cartridges separately. So that's quite smart as well. And then we have the top. Obviously there is an impeller inside, like any filter, but here comes some more tricks. There is a flow adjuster on the top. You can obviously adjust how powerful your filter is. And you can see the small hole. This is where the water normally comes out. Now, this is made in a way that it actually creates like a swirl as the water comes out. So it doesn't just push out the water directly like a jet pipe would. And that's mainly the reason we don't use jet pipes, because they just create a very directed, very strong flow in one point. But with this one, it comes out like a swirl, so you don't get any really strong flow hitting, for example, a plant that's right in front of your filter. It gets a bit distributed as soon as it comes out of the filter. And then we have these optional stuff that comes with the box. So you put this in, and then you can put this one on, which can direct your flow. So you can twist this anyway, and you can decide where the flow goes. You can send it a bit upwards, so it moves your surface a bit, or you can direct it sideways for some reason. And then you have this optional stuff that actually a lot of internal filters have this. You just pop it on here. This one sticks out the water, it sucks in air, and it basically oxygenates your water a bit more than it would normally on its own. But the main party piece, if you lift this, you have a spray bar. So, and this is closed, the water comes out here. But when this is open, water comes out of the spray bar. So you can have that spraying effect, a really mild and restricted flow on the surface of your water, which can be really handy if you want to avoid any high flow related issues. For example, you can get black brush algae from having very direct, very high flow, and the spray bar helps with that. And it's built in, so you don't need to look at an ugly spray bar sticking out of your filter. You just lift the top and then it works with a spray bar. And again, as I mentioned, you can use it like this, and then you pop this in and you twist your outflow. I can't twist it anymore. Oh, strong connection. So now, even though the filter is laying horizontally, the water is going to come out towards the top, and it's going to make a normal flow in your aquarium. You can probably hide it a lot better this way. So this is the SICCE Shark Pro 700, and then you get the 500 and 900. Now, obviously, these are designed for aquariums in general. They work in freshwater, they work in marine water. As usual, with the factory recommendations, we say that look at the lower number. So, for example, with the 700, they say it's good from 120 to 200 liters. Go with for 100, 120. Don't trust your 200 liter tank on a filter like this, especially for aquascaping. Even they say that volumes rated for lightly to moderately stocked freshwater aquariums. So you need to consider your actual tank when you choose your filter. So here it is, guys. If for whatever reason you need to stick with an internal filter, I would say this is the way to go. It comes around most of our basic issues with internal filters. I hope you like it as much as I do. Thank you for joining me today. See you next time. Goodbye.